What about spider pigs now?
Mm-hmm.
The Sven is starting to look like a carry pick here, though they could play it as a 3, like I thought before. But if you leave it for your offlane, you kind of can't pick your offlane pick now, and instead spider pigs just grab a support in between.
Normally, spider pigs in this position want to pick up a position
Hang on.
5, so
Hang
I'm thinking Ench is probably the go-to. Go on. What are you saying?
Who was the team who played Pause 5, Sven? Just a few days ago. In Division 2 of Epic League. Who was it?
Is it Gambit with Aina?
Was it Gambit? Let's see. There's a game 3. Let me look at that. Is it that one? I guess it is. Wait, GPM 5.
Was I right?
That's a carry, Sven. Hang on.
Oh.
Is that?
Oh well, but they might be able to put it into a weird role for sure.
Yeah.
Draft progresses a little bit further. You keep
that.
doing the research. I'll look at the draft. So spider pigs go for a Furion, which is kind of a weird pick into bat, because bat traditionally is the counter to said Furion. It just depends on the role, right? Like if it's a bat support, it's still not helping the Sven in any way. Brame go for a PA. Both teams love picking PA, but of course Brame, they want a more active here, and their lineup's all about cheap fight. Once PA gets to her timings, their entire lineup will flourish with this type of aggression. The question is, how do you get there? And you are going to be able to get there. When Sven needs to farm, it's pretty easy.
All right, so one thing that I did check is Lift to Win, when they play Sven, it's an offlaner or it's played by Dream. So it's either Afterlife or Dream. So that's the 1 and 3 Sven. Now I really want to find out who was the Pause 5 Sven, because I feel like it was Aina, but it must have been somewhere else. Anyway, nevertheless, we've seen the Pause 5 Sven be out there once. Now there's flexibility with spider pigs when you look at their picks here. Anyone can play anywhere, almost. The Sven can't go mid. Otherwise, any of these heroes can go in any lane or any role, pretty much.
That is true.
Maybe the Tide support is a old school, well, not old school thing, but kind of like we tried it, it didn't work so well. But the mid Tide has been funky at times. It's also great in the offlane. Has always been a great offlaner hero.
It is Mitch though, right? It's the spider pigs offlaner. He only plays the big boys, the Underlord Centaur and the
Viper.
Tide. And the Viper, true. Yeah.
There's a lot of Mitch Viper been around these days. But that was the first ban from Brame as well. Like, nope. But one thing.
Not today.
Never mind. I was thinking about the IO there for a second, because that was an instant ban from Spider Pigs. They let the IO through. What do you think about the IOPA? I still feel like there are better heroes to go with the IO, but PA is super strong right now, and Spartan with IO, like, God help me.
I won't lie,
Scary.
mate. I was trying to load up some music to get some vibes going during the cast.
Yeah.
But Spotify wouldn't let me do it during Discord call because it was like some streaming issues. So I load up YouTube music. Wild, I know. And it was on 100%. So there's going to be a video of me in a second getting ganked by music at like 1,000%. And I just thought I'd have to tell you this, because I literally am trying to fix it now because my ears are actually bleeding and I don't. Hold on. Is it fixed?
Is it fixed?
Oh, there we go. Oh my God, my ears are not bleeding anymore.
So your ears are fixed.
Oh mate, dude, I'm gonna load up the stream just so I can see my face. It's actually okay, but like you were saying, IOPA, it's actually okay, very potent for the fight desire, but PA's are more of a passive hero in lane, right? She has kill threat on some heroes, but against Tide, it's gonna bode well. You just exist. This Zeus though, this is a scary pick.
It was, and now that the PA is there, there's no room for a potential mid Lycan either. Like Lycan just destroys the Zeus pick completely, but I don't think it fits Brame. I mean, with the IO, definitely you could have like a secondary melee hero to play with, but is it too much funk?
It's way too much funk. Zeus is anti-push, Tide is the king of anti-push, and Sven eventually will deal with it. So I think it's way too all in my opinion.
Yeah.
I would rather see some backline jump, some hero that can catch the Zeus. Even like an Ember could be okay, but the issue now is, how do you kill Tide Hunter? Like, you need someone to kill Tide, you need someone to jump Zeus. It's kind of hard to find a hero that does both. Maybe for a TA.
All right, yeah.
Wow,
about the
that
TA.
is actually a hero that does both.
Yeah, you have a strong power spike timing. You have a hero that's
Yeah.
well, the shield is pretty hard to take out. So refraction charges. There's nobody who can actually blow it up really quickly unless an NP TP's in and gets body blocks on treants, and the treants they take that quick little claw on that shield.
Yeah.
Otherwise, maybe Lina, Zeus spell spam, but a powerful I'll say that again. A powerful power spike for Brame if they hit their timing.
Yeah,
Absolutely
100%.
monstrous.
Yeah, because they're not locked into any cooldowns, right? That's the key thing. They literally are a team that is all out fight, all out. Bat sets the pace of the game. If he gets an early bots, he's moving around the map. I think the key issue here is going to be itemization between TA and PA. Both want to buy a Desolator. Will one hero change up the build? Are we going to see like a Blink Rush on, like a Blink Orchid on the TA, for example? Then the Battle Fury Deso could be on the PA. Maybe the PA forgoes Desolator, which doesn't really happen. Like, yeah, it'd be interesting how two physical damage dealing cores want to itemize with each other. But if they do it correctly and they hit the same timing, they will be deadly. This Zeus won't be able to show his face without getting jumped by the clock or the relocate or the bat rider and the blinks. Like, it can be scary.
Wish's previous game on TA was a loss, 14-4. So something about that, and I always thought like Wish is the young talented player, but he's not super young anymore.
He's like 22,
21 something. Yeah, 22. He's actually.
Oh mate, why do I know his age?
Even though he's several years younger than me, he's still born 1 week after me in the same month in February.
Did you know TA had a taunt? Look at TA real quick. Wish is probably gonna do it once or twice going back to lane.
You earned it.
Look, ready? Look at TA.
I'm on showcase view. I'm literally in showcase.
Yeah, come on, Wish, do it, buddy.
Come on.
Did you know that she does this?
Nope. It's not new.
Neither did I. It's so bad. Woo!
It's not as good as Lina's voice lines.
Voice lines are always a very nah. The best one is Nyx for sure. Talentless.
Yeah, that one's nice. But I remember some well, let's just say pro players a few years ago in a tournament I was casting got very tilted from the Lina voice lines. At the end of the game where they called GG and he just goes, "Burns doesn't it? Burns doesn't it?" And then there was some
oh no,
some very mean words in chat. It was
no.
All right. But those things happen. That's why that's something that left a mark on me. Why I feel like Lina's got some really burn voice lines. There are some really good ones as well. I think there was one where I think Senderin pointed it out with cast with Suns fan where there was. What was the hero had a voice line like, oh, the utter bullshit or something?
Spirit Breaker, yeah.
Yeah. It's utter bullshit.
This is so good. One day I'll get there.
Yeah, that's something that you need to have. But game 2, SPigs versus Brame laning stage underway. Bounties 3-1 for SP. And LeBron laning up with this Nature's Prophet versus Batrider and Clock. So you've got Cog's Battery Assault and a bit of burn damage against one really good right clicker, someone who's got great body block, and a hero that basically just wants to farm as much as possible. So do you think the NP is enough in this lane?
It's gonna be annoying for the Clock, but the Batrider, you can already see, just starts farming up behind the tower, starts doing his thing, starts just kind of chilling, and I think this is where the Batrider kind of falls off a little bit. Oh no, the Clock pulled the creep as well. Run the Clock, run!
Success. Skylark's got treants and creeps and everything right behind him. Trying to connect it with the creep wave so that it doesn't go under the tower, but one melee creep's gonna die right away because of that. So tiny bit of a mispositioned mistake, because now those creeps are dying and the treants they don't have to tank a single hit.
Yeah.
Small things. Mitch, however,
it is a small thing. Like how I see these two lineups though is simply SPigs, they don't have to make any moves. They just need Tidehunter to be in the right place at the right time to counterplay the aggression, with Zeus being untouched. But for Brame, it's about farm up their lanes, except they don't have to look for kills for like 10 minutes. And when they all have one item, that's when that tempo of the game will just go up so quickly. But yeah, this game is gonna be a slow burner. If you're a Brame fan, you want them to kind of chill for a little bit. Like PA against Tidehunter, it just isn't good for the PA. And then bot lane, this is gonna be the big lane for Skylark to play around. He is in a massively bat favored lane. At the start of the draft, he was picking into the Sven, and then SpiderPigs also then picked the Furion after. So Skylark should be very happy with this lane. An early bot BKB should be on the cards for him for sure.
At least a lot of trading potential here in this top lane too. Thinking about like Tidehunter can slow it up. And the more levels you have on Lina, the more right clicks you can throw out, the more damage goes through. Though, is PA actually ever in danger when it comes to Tidehunter? Because it feels like, yeah, you can't really kill the Tide, but the Tide can't actually really kill you either, in a sense.
Yeah, the key thing is it's the Lina factor, right? Yeah. It's what can the Lina bring to the Tide lane, and as you see, that Spartan dies to that exact thing, right? The Tide never dies.
Yep. They get the IO. PA gets to stay in lane, but yeah, the IO definitely has some weaknesses against this, so he needs to really pay attention to that positioning. Tether is a very useful tool, but PA is also kind of a hero that jumps to you.
Yes. You don't want to jump in though when you're.
Yeah.
If PA ever jumps in this lane.
No, don't come.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't do it. Stomanen steals the creep wave under the tower, so Skylark, even though he tanks the stun from Thug, he stays alive. Stomanen is gonna hit level 2 from this. I remember actually casting with Stomanen like 2 years ago. I remember he was going off with one game where we had like a Faceless Void in the game. He's like, every time I see Faceless Void, it makes me want to play the hero.
It's a great hero.
Like, damn, yeah, he's just talking about Faceless Void for like 40 minutes. I'm like, damn, you know your stuff about
a
Void.
dude loves a hero, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But now he plays position 4. If he ever plays position 4 Void, then we have some issues. Maybe in the new patch, boys.
Maybe,
no.
Who knows?
Yeah, who knows?
So something I really hope it gives something chaotic and different.
I hope not. It gives people who aren't. It gives people who don't really know too much an excuse to try and play heroes in weird. No, I don't know. Nah. Oh, Gnoob though. Will he die?
Stomanen Battery Assault is off, and the Cogs Wish gets some free hits in. And Zeus is out. LeBron, he's trying to find some revenge, but he's a bit too late for the party. If he showed up earlier, maybe he would have had a small fighting chance to maybe kill the Clockwork, but too late's too late. 5-minute bounties about to spawn in a few seconds. DNZ and Mitch have already pushed away Brame in the top lane. However, bottom, Skylark, he teleports around. Is he gonna make it in time? He should be there before LeBron. Yeah, there we go. Tried to deny it with the Treants. Might actually get one. He's gonna get one. He's gonna get a deny.
Oh, he's gonna get it.
He's gonna get it. Oh, no, no,
no,
no. Do it, do it. No!
No!
Oh!
What?
The tip!
Oh, that is a strong tip.
Oh, yes.
Oh. What the?
Meanwhile, on top, the Focus dying down. Zeus ulti comes out, Focus dead. And Stomanen teleported in as well. He dodges the LSA. Spartan trying to keep him alive. Alina's just throwing in right click. And Stomanen, he does a little roly-poly around Lina and Tide. And he's dead as well.
But a nice thing I'd like to quickly bring up is I wish in the new patch they make Ancients equally as easy to stack. Radiant Ancients, it's so hard, like not hard, but it's so annoying to pull them up. Dire Ancients, they literally walk to like next to the tier 2 tower. That's how far they walk. But Radiant, they leave the camp and they're like, maybe we should turn around now. And it's like, what the hell? Why?
Also in top, I just moved my camera away. They got 2 kills. And then they got a third. They just dove the IO under the tower. I was like, all right, we'll take a third one as well. Thug, as soon as Skylark and Spartan show themselves, they push themselves back, and tiny bit of server side lag going on. Is this a patch? Hello? Something
Dude,
is
it's
happening.
Wednesday. Calm down. This will be the patch, which is like
it's
just
Thursday somewhere.
Yes. Wait, is it? Yeah, it is.
It is.
Oh, damn, son! Valve have relocated their offices to Australia to get the patch out sooner because they love the scene.
Yeah, I think it's already it's early morning in SCA, if I understood correct.
Yes.
So
I think that's how time. I don't know.
Imagine how it works for them. They're like, oh, Thursday patch, but it's already Friday. It's like,
but please,
yeah.
no.
All right, LeBron caught inside the cogs, but looks like he's strong here. 1v3. Teleport away, battery assault. No, he can't get to him. The tree
Tanked
blocks.
up by the trees.
The tree blocks. And no battery assault connects onto the NP we're seeing that day.
And you know LeBron is the type of man that he doesn't tip there, right? Like, the enemy tipped him, but he's not a return tipper. It just shows he's got the confidence in not getting into these petty battles.
Yeah. And also, that was actually a nice little thing. You know when people teleport back home with Kunkka X marks and all that, and then you have your mid player sitting under the tower for a bottle refill?
Yeah.
LeBron uses his teleport to teleport wherever the Zeus is to give the bottle to him. Oh, sorry, give the bottle to the NP. It's a small thing, but you rarely see Nature's Prophet players ever do that to your mid player. So that's a small thing for your pub games. Get that bottle refill for your mid player.
Even if your Zeus is diving tier 3s and dying, just TP in, get the bottle refill.
Exactly. And now Lina going down. Stamanen might not have gotten the kill on the NP, but definitely gets a kill on the Lina with the help of Wish. Let's look at net worth. 4,100 on TA. Desolator is on the works.
A heavily TA favorite matchup. Like, the idea of TA is just bully any of these weaker heroes, and you see why Zeus, he's just hitting up the jungle. But I think New Age Zeus, with the build that you go, if you max Arc Lightning, you put a couple points in Static Field, you farm jungle equally as quick as the TA to some degree. And that's why you see that constant need for supports to help noob out. He's expending so much mana in the jungle. If they want to have that global presence with the ultimate, they need his bottle to be full.
Super aggressive movement here. And that
Good
ward, that is such a smart ward spot as well. That ops ward hasn't been located. You see Noob and DNZ. They got rid of one ops ward, but they thought that was the new one. I think that was the old ops ward, since this one's still fresh for like 5 minutes, 20 seconds.
Yeah. They literally place both at the same time, or give or take, and
pretty much, yeah. They still see Stamanen, Seps XP.
He's trying to be a little nuisance, isn't he?
Yeah. Thinking out the ward spot. Nope. That's a miss. That's a miss, sir. But that's allowing them to see these two for like what they've been doing for like the last 2 minutes.
Yeah, for sure. I think the real question here will just be, it's still the idea of what does the PA and TA bring to the game. The TA wants to go for that Deso, soon Blink, and by that time PA should have Battle Fury plus something. Are we going to just see a PA go Battle Fury straight BKB, utilize the Deso, the TA do a double jump into one hero? It could be really good, but again, it's a lot of farm you need on the map, and these Ancients, they're getting stacked up, but also, who takes them? The PA or the TA? I keep just saying the P's or the T's.
Yeah, we call the PA the pa.
Yes, the tar or the pa. Okay.
The tar or the pa. Yeah. Potato, potato. Tomato.
Deado. Oh no. Oh, there we go. Yeah.
All right. So somebody died somewhere. That happened too quick. Okay, he died in fountain.
Yeah, he TP'd out, tied onto Mr. Ankle Smash, allowing the clockwork to survive. Then Noob was like, "Don't worry, Mitch, I got you." Boom, gets the kill.
Right. This is one of those Midas games. Midas has been heavily contested on. It's either a fantastic item or it's a semi-useless item in a sense that you should be doing something else than building a Midas. We talked about the Sven Midas, I think, a week or 2 weeks ago or so, and we came to a conclusion that it fits the hero really well because it allows you to do so much faster farming, much more XP gain, get that level 2 ulti faster, and approach your item plans. Any changes into this game, or is it still the same mentality for the Midas build?
Same, but the reasoning is a little bit different because you're playing up against the minus armor of eventually PA with the corruption at 20, the TA going Desolator. Like, you want to have as much armor as possible. So if you go for that Mask of Madness and you're getting hit by a Deso and you're getting corrupted, then you apply your own mom, suddenly you're not so squishy, tanky anymore. And Sven, we've seen against minus armor, you are deleted. So that's probably the main reason why.
Mitch is ready to ravage. He's really ready to ravage, but he doesn't have to use it here. Stamon and Spartan will walk out. I think the moment you see the animation go off, that's just going to be Spartan pressing relocate back home.
But you can see how Brame, they have this discipline not to look to fight. They identified that their team timing should be overwhelming for SPigs, and they are happily farming up the entire map. Up until the point Skylark might dive on them.
Yeah. that's the Aetherlands giving Zeus extra cast range for the stun, because Sven already used his, Bat already TPs away, and then the Vision. The Aether's a great pickup for the Zeus this early.
You know, yeah, it's, for sure. The idea is he just wants to be as far away from the double jump, the PA, the TA, the PA, the TA, and that's what the Aether Lens allows that. He might then go for a blink as well after bots, just to continue layering that ability to disconnect from the fight. And he has a great lineup to play behind. Both Fury and Sven and Tide are all going to be good at building that line of defense in front of him. So this game, it just boils down to how much farm can Brame get in the next 5 to 6 minutes, and when they get to that timing, should Roshan be theirs, because SPigs, they can't do Roshan at any point in this game, up until the point where Sven's got 2-3 items. So you see, that's why they're scanning out straight away on Radiant. They're scared of this quick deso. Everyone dies. Oh wait, and Mitch, oh my, I just zoomed in on this.
That's what I was looking at, was Skylark and Stamon went together. Skylark started chasing LeBron, and I was like, I hear the hook shot sound. Wait, it's going on the Tide Hunter.
Is Focus dead in top lane though?
It's located at least. It's got him. Ooh. Half HP. That was only one crit.
I've never really seen a solo Zeus v solo PA at like 13 minutes, but
that's big. Look how close he was to that Battle Fury. I was looking at Focus a moment ago that he's going to get a great Battle Fury timing. Nope. Not with this death.
And then Skylark comes and cleans up. It's the battle of 1v1 in the top lane.
So now we're going into honest Dota.
Just a full out brawl. But look at the itemization. Look at the quick buy from the PA. She is going for a different item build, just straight nullifier. And that's
what I've been looking at.
Interesting.
So that
they're that one target they jump will just auto die. Like there's going to be no force staffs, no glimmers enabling them. Warcry is going to be gone. It's going to be just a full-on death. Whoever gets jumped by these two heroes, if they do it at the same time, complete destruction.
Yeah, I think that's also, it enables this TA a lot as well, because TA is kind of like your massive damage source. So if you have the nullifier to apply the slows, more hits for TA, more damage in fights, and get more out of that power spike. So less chasing, more hitting. The perfect orc way of thinking. Okay, Wish. This might be a Ravage opportunity if they need to use it here. There we go. But they stack with the LSA stun. Well, it doesn't really matter. They're going to get this kill anyway. It's not the most clinical and the most beautiful one. Meanwhile, Skylark finds Nature's Prophet.
Kill's a kill.
Exactly. Kill is a kill in this case.
And they just complete Battle Fury now on PA. Lucky for Brame that they are able to quickly clean up the stack before SPigs engage here. If they'd lost this triple stack and Mitch was able to take it, that would be devastating for Brame.
At least they get to fight for the bounty runes, so. But Focus also realizes no Ravage, so it's not the biggest threat situation to be in. It's still a stun, but it's a very long range stun, so I think that's.
It's coming soon though. Like look at Spartan, he's soon got his mech PA. Yeah. Actually, he's going to go for a BKB before the nullifier so he can just fight the Zeus. TA, she has her blink. Maybe Brame look to contest Roshan here, especially with Ravage being down. This is a window where they can utilize their passive nature of their farm, or their hero, so then utilize their farm.
Yeah, there's a big difference where you're about to finish your item and you fight. We've seen how badly that can go. Instead of taking a fight where you just finished your items, and you can definitely take it, because especially SPigs, they're having second thoughts here. They're walking back in and out of this Roche pit. So I guess they also realize that maybe our timing isn't optimal. But is it going to be any better in the minutes to come is my question.
Well, in the minutes to come, Ravage will come back online. So technically, yes, but it's simply SPigs, they have to play around vision amazingly. Because if they ever take a fight where Brave has vision advantage, suddenly your Furion, your Lina, your Zeus, they're very squishy, they auto die. And then the Tide and Sven, they're very tanky, but they need their team to really pump out the damage behind them. So, Brame, they're so happy farming, but SPigs, they're the ones that actually go to Roshan. And Brame, they don't see this. They don't have scan available. They do flare it though. Great intuition. Instant TPs coming out from both Batrider and Clockwork. They have Relocate available as well. The TA though, so the PA, she just can't get there. She has no TP.
Salty comes out, hook shot into the pit as well, and maybe even an interruption on Roshan, still at 300 HP. Clockwork will be taken out. Skylark is trying to burn through the Sven. Sven's gonna fall. Skylark finds a kill on that, and the Radiant will finally secure Roshan and the Aegis, but at the cost of a Sven's life. They do have the Ravage available, but no necessary need for it.
Literally the world's tankiest Tidehunter. He has an Aegis. He cannot die.
He cannot die, and he's building a Halberd next as well.
Yeah,
This is
Halberd is insane value this game.
It
double physical damage jump from Brame. 2 Halberds in your lineup will destroy them all. I wouldn't be surprised if Furion wants to buy one as well, just to try and get additional layers of disarm.
He's got a
Did you just type
signs
it in?
lined up.
My man, there we go.
Brilliant thinking out there, just building as much control as they can. E-Blade for Zeus, a Halberd for Tide, a Halberd for Nature's Prophet. Give me a Yules, give me a Yule. Okay, Lena was thinking about it for a second, but changed into Aetherlands. Long range stun ain't too bad. I would like to see the Yules though, because if they have like Satanics and stuff, most likely coming in later, just to mitigate all that damage, the status resistance. So, Yules unaffected. See if they decide to go for it. Oh, hook shot, bottom.
Poor old LeBron.
Alright, that's just a casual pickoff. No tipping. No voice lining. Casual Batrider illusion walks into Mitch. Spartan and Focus farming up. Alright, let's look at Focus. It's like
Just
1100 gold
from
BKB.
Brame. I have to give so much respect to Brame right now in the way they're playing this game. I think a lot of teams in this tier of Dota would just actively look to take fights, but they've really identified the fact that if they all hit the timing at like equally, they are so strong. This PA, sure, she's had a bit of a troublesome time. She's not had any kills, but that switch of aggression, when it hits, I just don't know if SpiderPigs will be able to do it. And that patience to wait, Top Thug overextends. He's just gonna die all by his lonesome.
Death number 2. The last time he
Great
died was in the
positioning.
Roche fight when he was left completely alone. Same thing here. Relocate comes out. They're going to take this fight all the way. Noob does drop his ulti to take down Spartan. Focus is almost dead here. And Noob is still alive. The Ravage comes through. And just as we talked about Brame not taking fights, now they lose 3.
I'll take it back.
We can now take it back because you were right. They were dodging up till now.
Well, I think
overconfident after the Sven kill.
Well, the thing is, in that fight, they do pick up the Sven, and I think the issue lays in the fact that they try to utilize numbers advantage, but they relocate into an LSA in which both the PA and IO instantly get blown up by Zeus and Lena.
Yeah,
So it's one of those fights where, in theory, he did get wrecked. In theory, it is a good idea. I think just the location of the relocate didn't allow for Brame to utilize their advantage. They just instantly blew up. So
Yeah.
in theory, great call. Execution was their issue.
But on the positive side, even if the PA ends up dying there, she's still super close to that BKB, and that will make wonders. That will definitely make wonders here for Focus and that next team fight, because already clearing this ancient camp, only 200 gold short from finishing off that big item. TA also 600 gold short, 500 gold short. Even less, actually, even.
And this will be a big change, because now you don't care about Ravage, you don't care about Lena, you don't care about Zeus. Furion's a Furion, so this is where Brame should be confident.
And do they really worry about an undying Tidehunter who has no Ravage and holds an Aegis?
No.
Because that's also a question I want to ask you. Tidehunter mentality, playing against him. Do you still have the same? You kill him before he Ravages, or if he's used Ravage, you ignore him?
You poke and prod, and you force him to feel pressure to use it. So the Clockwork can initiate, locate, lock down the Tide, and then you jump the other heroes. He then has to go, I either Ravage, or I'm stuck here, or I hold my spells, but then my team might die. So you just force him to think about the fight quickly, and that's what Dota's about. It's in the moment. If there's enough chaos, you can make decision making pretty hard.
Beautiful blink there from Wish, just in time before the Gush connected. That would have been an opportunity for DNZ and Mitch to really punish that Wish TA. But they will also smoke up with Stamanen. Stacking up in mid with Spartan and Focus. This is a hunt for kills. Skylark is already preparing himself in top.
Sven's soon going to be completing his BKB though. That should help him survive from the Batrider, but it's not going to help.
Yeah, he doesn't have it in time.
And that's yeah, wow. Poor old LeBron. Dying again.
He will be
LeBron
up,
though
though.
tanking is like he's tanking a lot of these early rotations into the jungle, and he's preventing Brame from just taking a big fight.
Yeah.
Both teams are honestly just dodging each other. Like if you look at the amount of deaths on this team, it's the supports who are kind of holding down the fort on deaths on both sides. Yeah, every support player bar DNZ is 4 deaths.
It's also what I was thinking about here is the Aegis has now expired. It wasn't the biggest Aegis, but now that that BKB is almost ready on Sven, we also got the E-Blade prepared on Zeus. So that's another disarm, or a save on a teammate, or maybe save himself from the hands of PA jumping in. Very useful item this game, seeing that E-Blade. It's all about control and prolonging fights, while making the PA and TA not hit everybody to death. Halberd on Tide. What
Another
about
nice
Indy?
thing as well is I just like the idea that if you look at Zeus, he went for Go Scepter, but because PA doesn't need to go Deso, this Nullifier will come into play for like the second fight time. So Zeus's itemization might also hinder his ability to really play out this game because he will just die.
Yeah. Been a lot of changes onto the Nullifier in the past. Okay.
Oh, relocate to where? Oh, backdoor protection. Wait, get the creeps in. There we go. It's just a farming play, a tower pushing play.
2 seconds time. Glyph will be used. At least the glyph has been forced. But there's still a tier 1 tower remaining while DNZ is already out. 5 versus 4 power play for 40 seconds here for Brame.
The relocate just bamboozled SPigs. They're like, wait, bottom? And then like, and then Batrider's instantly running mid. Yeah, that was equally as confusing. But you see DNZ, he's drawing the line. Guys, we just cannot leave this line. We must play inside this area. If we leave this area, they will relocate. They will blink. They will hook. We will be dead. And it is the story of, like, when you look at Sven lineup, Sven Zeus, they do a lot of damage, but Zeus, if jumped and team has BKBs, does nothing. Sven, with an early BKB to survive the awkward initiation of back clock, he's not doing that much damage. So both of the cores of Pigs are in an awkward phase of the game where they've itemized to survive for the moment, but they need to farm like that +1 or 2 to then really do damage to the likes of PA or TA.
Yeah.
And that's where Brame should hopefully identify this and try and utilize this nullifier timing. And this next Roshan will be Brame's big window to get that Aegis and really force home their big window. And I've been mentioning this window for so long now, but Brame have been patiently waiting for it to come into play for so long. A pretty quick Roshan, only like 18, 19 second respawn time.
Yeah, I totally agree with you when you say, put it into maybe other words. You don't exactly counter the power spike of Brame, but you go past it by first itemizing the survivability and then opting into damage to kind of compensate for what we didn't have earlier on. I feel like that's how the Zeus Sven kind of works here against these two power-hungry carries, the PA and the TA. DNZ in a very awkward spot there. Doesn't quite get jumped on by the PA. Wish is also here. A lot of brawling in bottom, though. They're going to find Skylark. Pops his BKB. He's going to go for the teleport out. It's going to be a 9-second TP out. And Wish finds an opening. Didn't get to jump in before, but now he did.
Yeah, Pigs now just getting completely outmaneuvered on the map. The gold lead is now slowly building up in Brame's favor. And the clunkiness of Pigs here is coming into play. They don't have this global presence that you have with a relocate, the bots, and the general ability of a TA. And DNZ trying to outpush these lanes gets punished by the relocate.
Yep, Stamana, aggressive scouting. Zeus, oh no, noob. Hook shot, beautiful catch there from Stamana and pushed away, and Zeus is gone. Ravage comes out from Mitch, but the damage isn't going to be enough. The Cogs, this Sven is just being pushed around with the BKB, but he's not doing anything. Focus and Wish just evaporate Focus, and they will get that one. Now LeBron, he will fall as well. Triple kill for Focus, looking for even more as Mitch is on the high ground in front of the tier 3 tower. This Tidehunter is gone for as well.
Yeah, again, this is... I've been saying it this entire time, right? But this is what Brame have been playing for. This is why the game has been so slow. It's simply, when they get to this timing of all these cores having damage and spells, they have skirmishing heroes and they just outright fight. They found the Zeus instantly, killed him off. Of course, they died early as well, so numbers advantage. But yeah, the discipline from Brame in this game to really utilize their draft it's enjoyable to watch, but from a strategic standpoint, not from a oh damn this is a hype game standpoint.
It's true, it's true. Another hook shot blocked by the treants, but LeBron is nowhere he can really run to. He's gonna have to forfeit his life here at the hands of Brame. Thug also teleports in. The buyback does come out. They're gonna be able to take down the clockwork. They have the damage for it.
They got the melee racks, that's all that matters.
Wish still has BKB. PA has BKB and all of our DMC. Alright, goodbye. Not gonna take too long.
They're just on noob again?
Just gonna jump the backline. Yep, they find Zeus, they find Noob, they take him out. He's gone. And now Thug, BKB, what you gonna do? He's just gonna die to right clicks. Triple kill for Wish. Maybe even an ultra. Not almost. GG is called by the SPigs with an ultra kill for Wish. And Brame style it out with a 2-0 against SPigs. This is the open qualifier team.
I think I'd have liked to see SPigs try and make some moves on the map a little bit quicker. Realistically, SPigs never tried to utilize the Tidehunter much in their siege. They never tried to really force the objective, especially when they know that PATA, these heroes need a lot of time, but then when they hit the timing, they're insane. So massive respect to Brame having the confidence and the ability to just not look for pressure. They just kept farming, keeping the map open. But you have to kind of ask SPigs a little bit, like, it was such an obvious timing that Brame were playing for. Maybe they could have tried to poke and prod and punish. And maybe it was that Aegis attempt that they had when the Tidehunter had to take it and the Sven died. Maybe that was SPigs' attempt to get an Aegis and then go look for the aggression. But Brame, again, they capitalized on that. They killed the Sven. They forced Tide to take the Aegis. So it gave them another 5-minute window of just farming. So again, massive respect to Brame in this series. I think SPigs are a team that have been a strong tier 3 team for quite some time. And now Brame has equally, if not just kind of walked over them in 2 games. It's a good showing for maybe some type of run in this tournament for sure.
It definitely is. Coming in from the open qualifiers was actually, sorry, not Brame. It was actually SPigs who came from the open qualifier here. Seemed like the team that, based on the previous tournament's performance, they've really solidified themselves. It looked like they're looking like a stable bunch. If they just grab the experience, they might be able to surprise some of the bigger teams. Nothing too special from their gameplay. It's not like this is the next hyper stack, but they're not bad either. They're far from that. So I think they're in a deserved spot to actually be in here. Brame just played way better today.
Yeah, they're like, both teams are rough around the edges, but you can see how Brame, they came into the series with a game plan, how and why they want to execute it. Game 1, over aggression, non-stop map pressure. Eventually, Drow is the raid boss. This game, kind of different format entirely. It was just wait, and then eventually, bam, turn the timer on. We're ready to fight. We're going. We're now, kill hungry. So, yeah, it's just, I like the fact that they had a game plan in both games. I think maybe that's what happens when you're SPigs. You played together for a long time. The strategies can kind of all blend into one. Your kind of understanding of why you're doing things can blend into one. And they felt kind of like they were just doing the same thing over and over again. But for Brame, there's a little bit more hunger in their kind of entry into the series. So, yeah, like I said, is it just a one series thing? I don't know. But it's a promising start, especially from a team that we haven't really seen play for a couple years now.
It's true. I mean, and now that we're here in camera as well with T-Panda and TeaGuv, we had our first day of the BTS Pro Series Season 4 Europe and CIS kick off with our GSL format groups. Our first 2 series done with Live to Win taking a 2-0 on Cascade and Brame taking a 2-0 on SPigs. Looking forward to tomorrow. Our schedule is as follows. We will be playing the winners match between Live to Win versus Brame in another best of 3. The winner automatically goes through. So GSL, 2 wins you're in, 2 losses you're out. So the winner of this one will be Phase 2's first seed. You're going up against Yellow Submarine, but that's a whole nother story for later. We are looking at Live to Win versus Brame tomorrow as our first series. I'm looking forward to this one because both series had a lot of brawling, a lot of fighting. Now I want to see the tactical side of how these teams play and really push their limits.
Yeah, I think the key thing there is Live to Win. They had early game was very disruptive and not that good for them, but they had the numbers advantage and the execution to understand how to come back into the game. Brame, though, in their series win, they had a game plan and they executed the entire time. they sometimes lost fights they maybe shouldn't have taken, but the big picture plan was always in place. So both teams looking a little bit rough around the edges, but they both had a clear understanding of how they win in the game. So they'll be very evenly matched tomorrow for sure. Like, it really depends if Live to win after today's kind of awkward series against an unknown team. Maybe they kind of slap themselves in the face and go, wait a second, we need to really focus up and let's not awkwardly lose a series against these teams that realistically Live to win a Div 2 Epic League team that did pretty well. They shouldn't probably be losing to these open qualifier teams. So again, I'm ready for Brame to continue their stride though. I really want to see Brame just get through to the semifinals for sure.
Then we have the second series, which is going to be an elimination match between both of our open qualifier teams. Pigz versus Cascade is the second one. So then we know one team that is completely out of these four.
Yes, elimination.
And the winner...
Get rid of the weak. No, sorry.
the winner advancing to the decider match, which is the winner of the losers and the loser of the winners. And then we have our second seed, and they play against Viking GG, who are waiting in phase 3. That's a scary opponent to go up against, but... that is for later. Right now, we're going to close out the day for Europe and CIS. It was actually a pretty fast day, to be honest. But tomorrow, the excitement, the action is going to kick on even harder. So thank you, everybody who's been watching today. And obviously, thank you a lot to our sponsor, Monster, for helping us and keeping us energized throughout this tournament, helping us out, organizing an awesome tournament for all of you viewers and all for us as well. But until tomorrow, it's the Double T saying goodbye and good night for now. We'll see you tomorrow at the same time, and we'll enjoy our games then.